I know of no finer coach at any level, high school, college, or pro. I've said it elsewhere and I'll say it here. I stand in awe of him. That's a pretty strong recommendation from the man who won 10 NCAA national championships and coached some of the most talented players in the game, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. By the way, when Kareem was in high school at Power Memorial Academy, his team lost only one game, to Morgan Wooten's team. No plan to be a team builder. Morgan Wooten never planned to coach a team. He was a decent athlete in high school, but nothing special. However, he was an excellent talker. When he was growing up, his ambition was to be an attorney. But when he was a 19-year-old college student, a friend tricked him into accepting a job coaching baseball, a game he knew little about, to kids from an orphanage. The team had no uniforms and no equipment. And despite working hard, the boys lost all 16 of their games. During that first season, Wooten fell in love with those kids. When they asked him to come back and coach football, he couldn't refuse them. Besides, he had played football in high school, so he knew something about it. The orphanage team went undefeated and won the Washington, D.C. Catholic Youth Organization, CYO, championship. But more important, Wooten began to realize that he wanted to invest his time in children, not in court cases. Even that first year, he made a difference in the lives of kids. He remembers one boy in particular who had started stealing and kept being brought back to the orphanage by the police. He described the boy as having 2.5 strikes against him already. Wooten let the boy know he was headed for trouble, but he also took the boy under his wing. Wooten recalled, "We started spending some time together. I took him to my house, and he'd enjoy Mom's meals. He spent weekends with us. He became friends with my brother and sisters. He's still in Washington today and doing quite well and known to a lot of people. Anyone would be proud to call him their son. He was bound for a life of crime and jail, however, and maybe a lot worse, until someone gave him the greatest gift a parent can give a child: his time." Giving of himself to the people on his teams is something Wooten has done every year since then. The NCAA basketball coach Marty Fletcher, a former player and assistant under Wooten, summarized his talent this way: "His secret is that he makes whomever he is with feel like the most important person in the world." Creating a dynasty. It wasn't long before Wooten was invited to become an assistant coach at a local powerhouse high school. Then, with a couple years' experience under his belt, he became head coach at DeMatha High School. When he started at the school in 1956, Wooten was taking over a bunch of losing teams. He called together all of the students who wanted to play sports at DeMatha, and he told them, "Fellas, things are going to change. I know how bad DeMatha's teams have been during these last few years, but that's over with. We're going to win at DeMatha, and we're going to build a tradition of winning. Starting right now. But let me tell you how we're going to do it. We're going to outwork every team we ever play. With a lot of hard work and discipline and dedication, people are going to hear about us and respect us, because DeMatha will be a winner." That year, the football team won half of its games, which was quite an accomplishment. In basketball and baseball, they were division champions. His teams have been winning ever since. DeMatha has long been considered a dynasty. On October 13, 2000, Wooten was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. At that time, his teams had amassed a record of 1,210 to 183. Over the years, more than 250 of his players have won college scholarships. 12 players from his high school teams went on to play in the NBA.